Sure, I'm releasing 3 EPs this year. Every 3 months I'm releasing another one. So at the end of the year you'll have the 12 songs that, you know, other people would have perhaps just put on a full-length record. Walk the Talk is sort of my mission statement as far as like what I'm doing now and my new attitude towards doing music and making it a priority to follow my instincts and not second guess myself and do it in a new exciting way as opposed to like the old model of how to get music out, which is why I'm doing separate EPs. So you have to sort of follow the trail of breadcrumbs, and by the end of the line you'll have the whole story.
Cool.
While I was working on the record, while still working with the label, there was a lot of talk, a lot of, you know, deliberation and, you know, talk of what the vision is, where we could sell it, etc., etc. For me, it came to the point where I was just sick of the talk, and I was ready to get out there and like release my music finally and stand by it and not try and mirror who I am or what I'm doing off of other artists. Just embracing who I am, because it's gotten me to where it's gotten me to this point, you know, already. So I would rather just be myself than try and fit into the mold of what is successful. Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of writing in the past on acoustic guitar, so I'll conceptualize the song and then like write it on an acoustic and record it on my phone or like the GarageBand demo, which is useful when you're doing it on the go, you know, when you're writing on the go. But for Walk the Talk, I was able to be in a studio for the writing and be able to fully see through my vision front to back in like 1 or 2 sessions, as opposed to having an acoustic demo that I sit on for like 6 months, and I kind of get used to that as opposed to what it could be and what it should be. So writing in the studio is really useful to be able to just conceptualize the song, write the song, perform the song, and produce the song all in one like creative outburst, as opposed to spreading it out and potentially losing perspective. So that's how I did Walk the Talk. Yeah, I mean, this whole solo endeavor, I've been really inspired by David Bowie because of not only his individuality, and he was himself, and he was certainly not trying to fit into a mold of anything else. And musically, he was able to make very diverse records, you know, very close to each other. Even on the same record, you can hear the dynamic, like his emotional dynamic, as well as you know, the sonic dynamic between songs. So I think that the high contrast is really interesting, and it mirrors life in a lot of ways, because everything isn't just one note. I like a lot of bands like Band of Horses, for instance. That's a band that is kind of one emotion throughout, and there's something cool about that. But for me, I prefer to have more, just incorporate more of the spectrum into the songs. So there can be a song like Compromising Me, and then there can be a song like You Never Give Up, which is the last song on the EP, and they're starkly different from each other, but I feel like it makes sense together.
Mm-hmm. favorite?
It's hard to say. I mean, I like to cover songs. I mean, when I learned guitar, I never learned someone else's song. So I basically picked up a guitar, learned some chords, and then started writing my own songs immediately. So I didn't, like learn the Beatles, a catalog first, which like a lot of guitarists do.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I've really enjoyed, covering songs and just honoring the parts that make me feel good about listening to them without like screwing it up too much. So that being said, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, like, I've covered everything from like Dashboard to Goo Goo Dolls, and I don't pick songs I don't like, so.
Covers or
sure, I'm just super busy. I'm like super busy right now, so if I'm doing videos or something like that, it's going to be more like tour update videos. And I'm going to Japan in a few weeks for like 11 days, and then some Southeast Asian dates on tour, and it's going to be crazy. So I'm just going to film as much as I possibly can and try and, show you personally. Show
only
everyone.
me. No,
just you.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send
Email.
it to you.
Yeah.
I'll Gmail you.
Yeah, sweet.
Like those experiences are gonna be really fun. But yeah, I mean, I'll absolutely bring back the covers and everything on YouTube. It's just a matter of time at this point. Yes, I have a tour in July that is being organized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually supporting a band, so I'm not doing a headlining run, but it's going to be on the West Coast. Can't tell you who it is yet, but it's going to be super fun. I'm really excited about it. And then we're looking at the fall for the third release as well, seeing if there's something overseas or something that makes sense to do. Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching, and thank you guys. You can check me out on my Twitter, it's just Bill Beckett. Same with Instagram. I'm like all over the place on social networking. So, my website's williambeckettmusic.com and the williambeckettblog.com. I think that's it. Oh yeah, like me on Facebook. Right?